Oh man, oh man, oh man.
Hello everyone, I hope you are all well. Welcome to another episode of this guy prancing around like an idiot. Alright, we're training today in Top Body's gym in Huddersfield, aka the Ghetto. I've never been to this gym before, first time training here. I saw a couple of photos of it online and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go here. It's not too far from my house and the equipment looks really good. So far not really been travelling around much, been sticking to my own gym during this cut. You know, chest days are usually very serious. I train with my brother on Mondays, chest days, and I've been trying to maintain my strength on this cut. The only way to really do that is to train with someone, you know, have them push you and support you on the last couple of reps so you can lift heavier. So today is more of a relaxed day, training chest and back together to show you guys, give you a little insight into how I train and what I do, and you'll see it's nothing special, it's nothing amazing, there's no secret here. I'm just doing very basic exercises. You won't see me do the typical exercises you're probably used to seeing people do, you know, heavy deadlifts, pull-ups, rows and stuff like that, but like I always say, there's more than one way of training, and don't be afraid to use the machines and think outside the box. Alright, so just warming up here, just messing around, you know, warming up the shoulders and everything. Always spend 5-10 minutes warming up, you know, just get your mind right and just relax and get used to the atmosphere. You know, let that pre-workout kick in. Alright, so if you've been following my progress, you know that we've been going for a few months now, and if you haven't, I suggest you go watch my the start of the transformation, the first video I uploaded, and you will see what the starting point was and how far we've come in such a short time. I'm really making this video, you know, to help others, you know, my friends, my relatives, family, those with Bodybuilding syndrome, you know, who want to train and don't really know how to go about it. I'm here to help. So yeah, I'm just doing chest and back. If you do have Bodybuilding syndrome, just, you know, bear in mind that doing chest and back together is very stressful on your arm and shoulder and chest. You know, going from a pushing movement straight to a pulling movement is gonna hurt your shoulder if you're not used to this. And also, if your arm is affected, this is very stressful on the bicep and the hand and the forearm. So just bear that in mind before you go into this advanced split, because it is quite an advanced split. Me, however, I've been in the gym for a few years now, so I know what I can handle. Obviously, if I was, you know, doing heavy rows and, you know, cable rows and stuff like that, then go straight into a heavy bench press or dumbbell press or flies. That, you know, doing that constantly is gonna hurt me. I know that I love doing this split, but unfortunately I can't do it all the time. I do it maybe once a month, twice a month max, you know, just to change things. I stick to a bro split. You know, the rest for me is important. Overdoing things for me really doesn't work, you know, as much as I want to push and train everything twice a week, and ideally I want to train my back and shoulders twice a week, you know. My whole upper body is a weakness, but I can't do that. You know, I've tried many things but I always end up injuring myself. So you just have to find the right balance, you know, a pace where you can continually progress without hurting yourself. And never be afraid to use you know, like a medium weight. It really doesn't matter, you know. Spend your time trying to build a mind-muscle connection. That's very powerful. You know, when you jump on a machine, don't just pick it up and just do the exercise. Don't just go from A to B. You know, especially if it's the first time trying a new machine like these machines here. Obviously, I've done T-bar rows and stuff, but this is a different angle, different handles, different feels. So what you're really trying to do is just connect with the machine, you know, use lightweight, just do 15 to 20 reps and just connect with the machine, see where you can feel it. Is it supposed to be, you know, are you getting a pump in the right place? You know, take your time, don't rush things, man. I know you see people just thrashing weights around and shit with their muscles bulging, vascular and all that. Forget all that, man. This is you doing your thing. Focus on you. Okay, this is a lifelong thing. You know, you're not gonna get a body in a few months. Just take your time and really just understand how the muscles work, and yeah, don't rush things, you know. This machine here didn't really feel too comfortable in this. As you can see, I'm just squirming around trying to you know, really get the feel for it. Yeah, I have to be careful with the machines. Even the machines, you know, are safer. You are in a fixed position, and obviously if you've got imbalances, which I have, you're going to be stuck in that imbalance, and trying to push away is common sense. It's just going to cause you an injury. Something's going to go wrong. So I always take my time. I always use a lighter weight. I wasn't really training full force today. Like, you know, obviously in the new gym you can't train 100%. Today was more about having fun and just, you know, showing you guys, you know, how far I've come and how I train around Poland syndrome, and, you know, just my approach to things. You know, I'm not doing anything crazy. As you see, I'm just moving weight, getting a feel for it, and yeah, this is all I do, man. There's nothing special here. There's no secrets. You know, for those of you who seen what I looked like 14 weeks ago, will probably be thinking like, what the hell, how did you get into shape so quickly? Well, just stick to your macros. You know, if you have a plan, stick to your plan. Do it consistently. Do it more than 2 weeks. Do it more than 6 weeks. Just keep doing it. Mind games will come, you know, things will get in the way, but just as long as you eat your food and you make it to the gym, you're good. Hit your numbers, hit your macros, and in between do whatever the hell you want. You know, the results will come. As you can see here, the stress on my left arm as I'm doing this movement. I'm not using a heavy weight, so I'm good, but you can just see the extra pull on my arm and the shoulder. I mentioned before, when I go really heavy, I can feel it, you know, extra drag on my left side, so I avoid going stupid heavy, and I always use good form. Don't sacrifice good form for shit reps, never. If the weight is too heavy, put it back, lower the weight, go again. But you know, if you do have Poland syndrome and you're new to lifting, don't be afraid of going to the gym and just, you know, doing your thing. Don't be intimidated by the guys in the gym. You know, we might not all start off, you know, with a good base, a good foundation or whatever. You know, you might look like shit from the start. And I say that because I'm one of those guys. You know, I looked absolutely shocking when I first started. You know, just the point is, don't be deterred. This is a journey. This is a process. This takes time. You know, I know people are intimidated sometimes. They go to the gym and they think, oh, there are all these big guys there and they're going to look at me and they're going to say things to me. No, that's not the case. Quite often, the big guys are the most friendliest guys. Yeah, these hardcore gyms that, you know, people are afraid to go to, the old school gyms, these are the best gyms, you know. These are the places where you're going to get free advice, you know, stuff that personal trainers are going to charge you £20 an hour for. You can go up to people and ask them, and they'll tell you straight how to get, you know, from A to B. It's the fitness centers and, you know, these commercial gyms that I don't like, that, you know, just the whole atmosphere, and especially for newbies. I think people waste a lot of time, you know, in gyms like that. But if that's your thing, you know, then go for it. You know, anything is better than nothing, you know. But what I'm saying is, just don't be afraid, don't be intimidated. I mean, obviously, I was wearing a vest today, and which is very rare for me. I stay in my hoodie, you know, mainly because I feel comfortable. I just, you know, I don't want people to see my belly hanging out when I'm doing pull downs and stuff like that. You know, it's always nice to be in a hoodie. But, you know, when you're in a vest and you're training, you are going to get stares, you know. But people are going to stare at you regardless. You know, you're going to get judged regardless of how you look. That's just how the way the world works, and that's just how people are. You know, you can be in any kind of shape. If you're wearing a vest or a t-shirt, people are going to look at you and they're going to judge you. That's just how it is. So don't be intimidated, man. Just go to the gym and do your thing and go home and eat and repeat. You know, if you are really still, you know, if you're really bothered about it, then just keep your hoodie on, you know. Nobody will ever know. The main thing is to be comfortable to yourself, with yourself, you know. So as you see here, I'm just going back and forth, chest, back, chest, back. If you've not tried the superset, I encourage you to try it. Step away from the typical bro split, chest Monday, back Tuesday, you know, legs Wednesday, stuff like that. You don't be afraid to mix it up. I don't really have a plan. Like I said, I typically stick to the, you know, the bro split, but I'm not afraid to go to the gym and train whatever the hell I want. As long as you're going to the gym and you're working hard, don't be afraid to think outside the box. You know, stuff like training chest and biceps together, back and triceps, or back and shoulders together, or even your whole upper body, you know, chest, back, shoulders, and, you know, legs next day, abs third day, then sort of repeat that cycle. There's more than one way. I don't know why people are so afraid. Yes, lifting heavy and resting the muscle is optimal way to grow, and blah blah blah, but man, I've been in the gym for a few years now, and it really doesn't matter. Just do the work, you know. It doesn't matter if you're doing a T-bar row or a barbell row or whatever. Just pick it up and lift it with all that you have. You're gonna grow regardless. So yes, this was a great gym. You know, the machines here are absolutely amazing. Old school machines. This here T-bar row, this cable row is the best cable row I have ever tried in my whole life. And I have been to quite a few gyms. I thought my gyms was the best, but this was absolutely amazing. I went back to this. I'm like, you know, I'm probably going to go back to this gym and just go and train for a session. It was great. Loads of big, buff black guys walking around topless and all that. But, you know, that doesn't really bother me. I'm there to train. But, yeah, great atmosphere. You know, old school music. None of that fancy Justin Bieber shit and stuff like Galaxy and all that crap. Oh, yeah, so I hope this was helpful. If you do have Poland syndrome, don't be afraid to train. Get stuck in there. Any questions, give me a shout. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. The Poland syndrome community is strong on there. Any questions, give me a shout. Always happy to help. Okay, until next time.